Have you ever had an intimidating confrontation with a potential client? I did. It happened many years ago in Switzerland, and the story went very differently to what you would expect. Let me explain you. So here I am at an expo in Barcelona, Europe, basically looking at doing business with a whole raft of new people. And I've got these two guys from Switzerland approaching my stand. Both of them are pretty big, like really heavy units, big muscles, you know, the bodybuilder types, both bold. And as they rocked up, you can already see, like, you know, I'm not that imposing myself, I'm pretty skinny. So having these two guys, one really tall, one short, but really chubby both, and stocky, approach me, that in itself was already slightly intimidating, right? But so the guys basically asked me for a meeting. They're very businesslike, very short, very, you know, straight-faced and so on. We're going to sit down, and as we are talking about it, it becomes clear that these guys are some of the top people in the industry in Switzerland. And that in itself was a big thing for me, but because at the time I was looking to grow my business, my brand in the country, but without really having a reputation or even a trusted brand behind it. But the guys knew that it was coming from a manufacturer that was basically the manufacturer of the #1 brand worldwide. So they knew that what I had, the second brand, would be really valuable for them. So this is the context basically. Now watch what happens next. As we're discussing the terms of a potential collaboration where they become a distributor of our products, my goal was to, you know, keep the terms to a state-based contract. And they are basically wanting a national distribution contract. So that means, of course, that as soon as I agree to that, that basically I have no more means to work with anyone else with my new brand in that country. So it wouldn't be very, very suitable. But watch what these guys now do. I suddenly see these guys, as I'm explaining things in French, which is their native tongue. It's not mine, it's my second language. So I have to really make an effort to speak their language. These guys suddenly lean over like this. They come really straight in my face and they say, "Mate, you're gonna have to give us that contract or else we're out." Now let's be honest, that was pretty direct and forceful. Very easy to be intimidated and being thrown off, right? Well, let's see what happened next. All I did was the following. I took a deep breath. I leaned over, I said, "Excuse me, gentlemen. As you can tell, French is not my native language. And on 2 occasions now, you cut me short by talking over me while I was trying to explain things in your language. The least you could do is to give me the courtesy to allow me to finish my sentences and then see how we might be able to collaborate." And I then just wait back. Let's pause this for a moment and reflect. What exactly happened and how can you use this also next time it happens to you? Now what you just saw coming here was 2 different frames. One, which was the 2 Swiss guys who came at me with a power frame. They basically wanted to impose themselves on me. I was outnumbered. They were 2, I was 1. They were much bigger than I was. I'm very skinny. And then, of course, they were coming in with this, "We're the big guys here in Switzerland and you're just a new kid on the block." All of that basically was them trying to impose their will on me and allow me to kind of jump for them. That is really what a power frame consists of. It's about being very forceful, very direct, very intimidating. And if you allow that to throw you over, basically your frame is being absorbed by theirs. There's also the power busting frame, which is the one that I want you to use as well from now on. Anytime when you are confronted with a similar situation, it is exactly what I did, not knowing necessarily what frames were, but look at what exactly happened. The power busting frame is a frame designed to take the wind out of the sails of a power frame. And all it is by being defiant, using an act of defiance that undermines them and kind of throws them off. You're not necessarily doing very forceful, you're doing it elegantly, because remember what I said? I said, "Excuse me guys, I'm trying to explain myself in your language, and yes, it takes a little bit longer to do so because it's not my native tongue, and as I have the courtesy to allow you to finish your sentences, I would at least expect you to do the same back for me. Now that is basically me using the sense of respect that we all know that is kind of normal, that to kind of defiantly kind of throw them over, but pull them back in line. And the idea is, when you do that, is you're basically using a disjointed situation where they are putting themselves above you and you're being underdog. You're basically zapping the situation and neutralizing it so that you're back on the same level. That is a power busting frame, guys. And I would love for you to use it too next time when you're confronted with an aggressive, more dominant, very forceful type of person coming at you with the power frame. So next time this happens, guys, don't let this come at you. It's not necessarily a personal thing. It is just the person on the other side that is just using a frame that they believe will turn in their advantage. But the thing is, you don't have to endure it. You can kind of diffuse the situation, rechannel that energy in a constructive way by using the power busting frame. If you like this video, let me know. Love also to hear any questions of yours and comments below this video. And otherwise, subscribe to my channel and I'll see you again very soon. My name is Bram. Thanks for joining.